information regarding there being some abnormalities happening down by the mounds, but not being able to get much more of anything of quality beyond that initial line of questioning. And that is where we left off. Gosh, that was a time. What a time.
What a time to be alive.
What a great session.
What a time.
Unless you're that lady's
To be
pet, then you're not
alive.
alive.
Do you remember what kind of damage those goof guys did?
I believe it was acid.
Acid.
Oh, you said big guys.
Goof guys.
Good guys.
Goop guys. I thought you said good guys at first, and I was like,
I mean,
really?
They were good guys.
I mean,
I know they were, but I don't want to think about it.
Sam, I'm in denial.
They're bad guys because we killed them.
They attacked me when I was in their home.
history's written by the
It's
victors.
tattooed
It's fine.
They attacked me when I was in their home.
Oh boy! All right, hold on. Give me 1 second.
How dare you?
Spotify is
Mm.
and my computer is having a time. There. You're okay. I'm just asking for Spotify. Not have a tantrum.
No Spotify.
Computer's
Guys,
just
what are we gonna do?
We're gonna.
Me in
win.
pain.
We're gonna go
Me
to
in
the
pain.
mound.
Are you?
Are you?
Like sort of like brushed off the black goop, and then there's just like sores forming on Smortboard, sort of matching the ones that you guys got going on. So it's nice, but
I don't have any
I
going
think that I'm
on.
fine, actually, Smartboard. I think that I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine with me?
I'm fine with you.
Cool.
I think that.
I don't know if I trust that at all, but sure.
Fine.
What is time?
What is fine?
What is fine?
Yeah, I mean,
All
I'm
of us,
gross,
damn
so I'm
fine.
not fine, but like
I'm basically dead.
dead inside.
I might as well be.
Said that so
With our face looking this way. Gross. Feel it leaking down my face.
Can you still not see it leaking down your face, though?
No, my disguise self has since gone away.
Oh, okay.
No, it only lasts for an hour.
Can't hide your inner ugly.
Can't hide the inner gross.
your inner ugly. It's coming out.
Roard says, "We nap now." What's an interesting point you make there, Board? Nap.
A nap.
Sleep.
We have
breath?
there are things to do. There's pustules
Yeah.
that need
Yeah.
We wasted a lot of time.
going away.
For you.
For you.
Yes, for me. And in an hour, you'll look big.
Oh, I already look big.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're big again. Yeah, we have to figure out how to get Big Friend through town.
I thought we just said we were going to intimidate them.
We're just gonna walk.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
gonna walk through.
You can be smaller.
There's one
No,
bitch.
Not worth it.
Yeah, there's only one sword.
Yeah. We can take the whole town if we need to.
Yeah, and they're
It's
sick.
fine.
What are they gonna?
True!
They're sick. We're sick.
We're all
Sick.
sick. So
Sick plan.
Smortgort has a lot of wounds on his arms.
Moons?
Wounds.
Never mind, sorry.
How are you two looking?
I don't know. I don't know where I left off on how bad the disease has spread on me.
Oh, is it
How
the
bad
disease,
is
she says?
yeah, like the boils
At
and
this
shit. How
point-
bad am I?
At this point, let me just check.
Yeah, how are our boils looking, and
Yeah.
how are your wounds looking?
You guys deal with the wound part.
Yeah, I'm just a
doing
little,
okay.
I got some scraped knees. That's about it.
You guys at this point have noticed like some, and I think we touched upon this last time, like some of the boils are starting to erupt into that flaking, like bluish green skin that's like kind of like crusting and like shaving off in like layers that kind of crust all over your, from the, like starting at where the boils rupture and spreading out.
Bluish
I don't have
green
that many
skin.
layers.
Bluish bluish green.
You still feel like shit.
I don't
too.
think I actually-
coughing, kind of lethargic.
I don't think I actually looked at their boils in person. I
No.
recognized them from the stream.
Yes.
Can I, from a distance, just sort of examine them?
From a distance.
From as much distance as I can get.
Give me a medicine check.
As much as I can
Or
get.
nature.
Where's that?
One of the two.
I was like, where are the numbers?
Definitely approaching this from a like
Medicine.
from a nature perspective of like, have I seen? I don't know. I've seen other creatures have that and they died, or you know. That's an 11.
You're not too familiar with this now. Like, it looks concerning. It doesn't look like it should be part of them. They look ill, but
It doesn't trigger a that's so
More
Raven
words.
for me.
no, that's so Ravens.
I love
not
to use
with an
the That's So
11.
Raven thing because I use that all the time.
All right. What are you guys
It's
doing?
beautiful.
I think that we need to go find some mounds and
Were we headed toward the tree?
The mounds.
The
Well,
mounds?
we were, but
we were headed towards
now
the tree.
we have a lead.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have something to go on at least. And this, I gotta get this off me. This is worse than being cursed, honestly.
Yeah, you can remember it
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you had this identified? You have a magic man look at.
No, this just started,
No, we
so
looked at you.
well,
Oh yeah, no, we did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
who looked at me though? Just you guys?
I didn't look at shit.
Yeah.
No, when we were at
I
the
think
stream, I think
I
looked.
used you. Looked at your arm and it just came back as alien magic.
Yes.
Just
Weird.
weird
Magic.
magic.
That is not weird.
Yeah.
So
Anti-weave.
Gross.
Gross.
What it
Gross
is.
anti-weave magic
Gross
is
magic.
what we are dealing
Yeah.
with here today, folks.
Yep, definitely
My
gross
weed.
magic.
Hunter, you feel one of the pustules on your face just start to
Oh!
flake out.
Guys. Guys. We need to
Mending.
mud mask. We need a mud mask.
We need a mud mask. Need a lot more.
Hopefully there's mud
Lyra,
at
at
the
this point, give me a
mounds.
constitution saving throw.
No.
You're infected.
No!
Join us.
Yes.
I'm gonna be pissed.
One
You will be
of
assimilated.
us. One of
Oh.
us.
14
Let's
plus
go.
Oh,
what's-
not yet.
Plus 3, 17.
Okay.
She just
Not
said okay.
today.
Okay, I think is okay. I'm okay, right? Shit. What is she rolling?
I hear dice rolling.
Stop rolling!
Yeah, since when does that happen?
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so Smartboard wants to take a nappy. Eli votes on nappy v adventure to mound.
Okay.
Mound. If I lay down, I'm not getting back up.
It's just what?
Thorgan, nappy v mound.
I'm worried that if I take a nap, it's just gonna be
I'm really
Making it
afraid
worse.
you guys are gonna die.
like this got worse within what, 2 hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Cool. Opinions? Nappy v
sleeping
not nappy?
is just killing
I
me.
don't
so.
want you all to nap and then be
Great.
dead.
Perfect. I would like to go to the mounds.
Yeah, same.
Smartboard.
We okay. Me okay. I.
Your dumb head is like itching at it. It's starting to like do that bleeding thing.
Oh!
Where it's,
Yeah.
it itches.
Calm.
Is he just like rubbing it on stuff? Because he can
Oh!
only control one arm.
Yeah. Well, like that's true. They like to on the
Mom said it's my turn on the arm.
rubbing it on like the
Rubbing it.
side of the house, like
Oh god!
like a deer coming with his antlers.
Spread the diseased
Alright.
blood everywhere.
Me,
On a scale of 100% to 0%.
me about half.
Hunter will go over and cast a healing hand on you.
Warlock magic or
magic.
Okay.
Just kind of sort of recoil a little bit.
Oh no.
As you see Hunter's hand reach out, the veins running on the back of her hand glow this bright white through the skin, like an almost like translucent white that kind of follows all the way up to her arm, and as she touches you, you feel like a healing pulse. Like you see, it doesn't burn. It actually feels cool, like an aloe sensation, and your skin starts to like grow back slowly.
We want to know
get
transmission
7.
vector of disease.
God damn it.
Wouldn't that be great to know? You get +7.
Noted.
Okay.
So you're giving her something for transmission vector. I was like, what? You're the DM now.
7.
No stop. No stop.
No, stop.
No stop.
Itches less.
Alright, do we remember where the mounds are?
Did we
Weren't they
pass them
where
on the
we
way?
Came from.
You do, it's been a while, but you do recall when you came in along the main road, they were sort of like, there was a big mound of green with like several smaller mounds kind of toppling all along it, where the road wound around into the village further up the way. You did pass like some construction along the base of that mound as well as you were coming in.
And me familiar with these bounds?
And me.
That's a
So
little...
we don't have to go back through the town.
Well, actually, you would be vaguely familiar with it because you used to,
Right.
in your
Yeah, 'cause we're
stupid
right.
days,
We're at the
used
entrance.
to
Yeah, we're
tear
like
apart the fields.
20
and the,
feet
the
from
road
the-
basically
Yeah.
sticks
Well, yeah,
out
because
of
the,
mound on
the,
one
the
side,
woman's
the other
house was
is
right at the
present
entrance
within
because the
yours.
guard was there.
So we don't have to
So maybe
go
like
through the
vaguely
town
you
with
remember seeing those
Smart board.
mounds,
big
but like
boys.
it's all kind of
That's what you're
fuzzy
concerned
and
about.
Smart 1 and Bort 2.
pre-developed memories.
Yeah.
Smarty.
Smarty boardy.
Smarty boy.
Me remember mounds.
Do I believe him?
I mean, he seems genuine.
Smarty Bordy, you want to bring us to the mounds?
Do I know where they are? Could I
Yeah,
navigate
you
us
used to
there?
tear up the vine fields, and they were right across from the vine fields, like further down the road.
I probably.
The old stomping ground.
Yeah.
If it's
Literal.
Oh my god.
It's probably by
The
like
old
a
stomping
circuitous route
mounds.
where I take us like back out of town the way that we came, and
I mean,
then
I
all
think
the
we
way
have to
around.
go out of town the way we came, right?
Oh, it's a vineyard too.
Yeah, there's
so
a-
it's
there's
all
a
the
passed it on the
stomping
way in.
grounds.
And there's like a gate.
There is.
Yeah.
Basically, so you have to go out through
So
the
you're
main
getting
gate.
excited
Yeah.
about being a vineyard. Not right now!
That
need-
like the house, like Mitzi's house is right next to the
Yeah.
gate, so you're kind of like behind
You're like
her
20,
house.
20 feet from the gate.
So the guard's out there.
Yeah, she already knows we were making a ruckus.
Yeah, she talked to us, didn't she, afterwards?
Yeah, walked in with a
Vaguely.
small friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
She would have
She's-
heard us at the very
she's
least.
fine.
I think she did.
She's fine.
Yeah, she
We're
gave us
fine.
permission to go do some baloney shit.
She gave you the permission.
We did the baloney shit. We were like, hey, just so you know, Mitzi's a little bit extra tapped today. Maybe keep an eye on her.
Yeah, because
I do
we
remember, yeah.
left.
That was like at the very end, like rush of like
Yeah,
Yeah.
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember.
Cool. So,
So yeah, if I'm leading, then I'm probably like basically going all the way back to my hideout and then re-navigating from there. But
Do we
I
pass
know
the
the way
mounds
that I
on the
went
way?
to get to stop me. So
Okay.
sweet. Do we pass the mounds on our way to Smartport's lair?
Which way are we going?
Well,
Are we going through the main opening gate, or are we going back through the town? the
Whatever is
direction that you
fastest. We don't.
oh, we came from like the far side of town.
came? Yes, you came from like the like northeastern side of town.
Mhm.
Cut through town with him in disguise.
Got
came
it.
To the front, like
Front-
the
front
south
gate.
So we're out front.
So
Yeah.
we're at
So
the
we should-
The south
wrong
gate.
gate.
No, isn't this the gate we came in?
This is the gate that we initially entered,
Yeah,
but it's not the gate we like came into today.
but I thought we passed the mounds on
you
the way to town
Passed
the first
them on
time.
the way
yeah.
to town through the main road.
Oh, okay. So we
So-
do need to go out this door that we're right next to.
Yep.
and actually, I'm gonna update that. I'm
Already
proficient
bad
in
at
survival,
geography.
so I think part of like my curiosity was to like immediately figure out the lay of the land. So I probably do have a pretty good understanding of where this is, at least relative to other things.
Yeah, I would say that seems like as you were coming up down from like your main layer, you kind of
Oh.
had like those triggering moments of like, oh yeah, I remember this.
I destroyed that building.
Oh my god. I destroyed
It was a great time.
The pile of rubble. I did that.
That's me, my finest artwork.
My
That was a
art.
good time.
My
See
bro.
how the boulders are arranged in a smiley face?
Oh my god.
Sweet. So we need to go out the door that we are right next to.
Yep.
I'm definitely not. I'm outside. I don't think I fit in. Unless are we in the greenhouse or are we in the...
You're like in
Yeah.
the back of the house because you came into the back of the house, put her in bed, came out to the back of the house. So you're kind of like in between the greenhouse and the back of the house.
Just sitting across
Yeah,
the
because
room
you
around
definitely didn't go in
patient
and put her to
And
bed.
some
'cause-
people, I remember, like came up front to talk to the guard, being like, "Hey, just so you know, things went down back there," but the guard has not yet seen you.
Mhm. Maybe small?
I mean, I think that we could maybe just go at this point.
Yeah.
Be crouched down.
We can just go.
I think that we could
I don't
just,
think we have time to mess around. Let's just go.
just go
It's-
at this.
What's she gonna do? Fight 5 of us? Let's just go through her. It's fine.
We're gonna.
Yeah. Does just distract her? Someone throw a rock.
I mean,
I don't think she
she'll
cares. Yeah.
I think she's pretty done with us. She wants us gone. She sees us walking out of town. That's
Yeah,
good.
she'll be
We're
thrilled.
gonna
Yeah.
say, Sura, we're dealing with the Etten problem, and we're gonna walk
Yep.
the Etten out of town.
Yeah. Perfect. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
We handled it.
we're handling the Etten problem.
Oh my god.
We're leaving
We've
town.
done it.
Mm-hmm.
We've
We
fucking
will be
done
back
it.
with the solution.
Contribution from Brort. Me terrify? Me
No.
terrify?
Mm.
Not yet.
Mm.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. I keep switching up the directions. I don't know. I'm sure you guys noticed that.
Yeah.
What?
That's
No, I feel like you were doing the right direction.
Left head's supposed to be the smart one, and the right
Oh,
I don't know.
I see. But your orientation is you are
Yeah.
the right head.
And I'm on the left.
You are the left head.
Yeah.
That's okay. Smartboard just doesn't know left from right.
Mm.
That's all.
Just turning to the wrong end.
Accurate.
All right.
Takes years to learn that shit.
Hey, calm down.
Hunter is gonna just brush off her clothes as best she can. Do a little prestidigitation.
Who's the damage during that fight?
What?
Eli, Thorgan, and Smartboard.
I took damage a little bit, I think.
I
Either
took
that or
damage.
it's from something else.
I took a hit.
I wrote down. I think I got hit. I think I have 31 HP.
Okay, so you 4 and you didn't take any.
I did not take any damage.
Okay.
I stood very far away and just shot
Okay.
things.
Just for visual effect.
Hmm.
Alright, keep going.
Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna prestidigitate at least Eli and I. Just the other ones don't care.
The other ones. The other.
We're already having enough of a moment.
You try to
And-
precipitate some blood off of the scraps of clothing that Smartboard is wearing, and it's oh no, that's very dry. Oh, okay.
Very on there. That's okay.
It's part of the
Alright.
clothes.
Let's go get rid of the boils.
I hope that's what we're doing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ready? Hunter is going to walk with purpose towards Sura.
Smartboard is crawling on all fours to be not intimidating.
Sounds great.
10 out of 10.
Gonna let it happen. Sura, we are handling the Etten problem. We're leaving town. We will be back with a solution to the boils.
Are you smiling like that?
He is doing his best.
The guard just.
We are working on it. There is a lot going on right now, and it is 2 problems at once.
He's leaving.
Yep.
Right?
We are going out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how charming.
Fucking gods. Okay. You know, yeah, okay. Okay. She just lifts the spear. Like, get out. Get out.
Thank you, Sura.
Ah,
Oh,
You don't get paid enough for this.
Any
don't
of
get paid
this.
at all.
It's very funny.
You guys just file out. You do notice a few villagers like make gasps or like some high pitched comments, and you just bend head shuffle quickly out the gate, and you're heading towards the mountains, correct?
Yes.
Smorport drops a bent piece of metal. That, they like metal, right? So he drops it in front of the cart on the way by.
She just looks at it, looks at you as you go by. Still like pretty dumbstruck as far as this whole situation goes. But also has that face of like, I don't get paid. And
They're
This
leaving.
might as well happen.
This might as well happen.
This might.
And then like just gets in like to a little coughing fit as you guys go by, and it's just like, fuck it, whatever, I don't care anymore. Like, so you guys go. As you're making your way to the mounds, one of the big things that stick out to you is it's getting pretty close to winter time, but like, and as you're leaving the town, I think it's a little more striking than it was coming in. But you see that there's a lot of greenery around the town itself, like still pretty green, like not bright like spring green, but like that faded late summer green. But you know, everything else beyond a certain radius of the town is kind of like more stark browns, autumn colors, like.
Just saying, this is the second time you've swapped the seasons while we're fucking dying. Last time it snowed in the summer and we died, and this time it's green in the winter and we're dying. And I really don't appreciate this. You're making me, like, trauma by the weather. Just
Trauma
saying.
by weather. It's winter.
I think we're always just dying.
Yeah, that's the common thread.
Maybe.
There. Yeah.
Maybe.
As you approach the mountains, so that definitely is like where more of the greenery seems to be focused. And as you come up, you do notice that there is like a decent portion of the greenery seems to be just like layers of lichen just covering like these like beds of like raised mounds that you assume are like some sort of ritualistic mound of some sort with how they're arranged and kind of like this concentric rising to the top of the mound. You do see, you come into like the base of the mound and you see like where there's been some like digging up of the earth, kind of setting in some steps leading up towards the top of the mound itself, like some like, you know, like hacks or like hose, that's the word, like hose and like earth tilling equipment sort of set off to the side. And you know, further up the hill, you do see that furbo gentleman that like kind of greeted you with that wave as you initially came in from the top of the hill. Just sort of like working like maintenance, almost looks like further up along like the edge of the hill. That's what you see when you come up towards the mounds area. He doesn't seem to have yet noticed your Etten friend because he's like bent over, like
Smart
Working
is
too
doing a
hard.
great job being small.
Naturally stealthy.
So stealthy.
Yes, small board.
Do I know of any sort of like heat source around? As in like why is it green here? And particularly here?
Ain't that the question?
Tucker knows that like grapes are grown in places that stay hot because that's good for the grapes. Smortboard probably knows at least why this is green relative to the area. Can I?
it's always just been kind of green.
Okay.
Green grass.
But like, is this area is always particularly green relative to everything else?
Always a little more greener. But that was like, you've only ever really lived in this area, so it never really struck you as odd. Like, you know,
It's
like
green place.
green, everything's green.
It's green,
Like,
please.
yeah. No, it's not like this
green
is the green place.
place.
Like, you just assume everywhere is green like this because you don't really leave
Not
We
mounds.
just knew that the
Oh.
whole time. It's
So-
just a green place.
It's green place.
Yeah, it says
not
it on the
mounds.
map, right?
Why were you
Yeah.
saying mounds? It's green place.
Wait,
So-
so does the dude?
Wait, like this whole surrounding area, including like where my hideout is more green than
Yeah,
you would
like,
expect?
I mean, this area is pretty flat, leading, like the road leading out a little bit flat past the mounds area, so you can kind of see a pretty decent stretch further down, and it's green for a decent while, like incorporating the surrounding fields, but then after you get to a certain point, that kind of tapers off.
Gonna saddle up over to Thorgan. Do you know why? Why the color is the colors?
My green place.
Why green place?
Why it's green and the rest of the place isn't?
Yes.
Because this is green place.
It's green place, and you said it's always green place.
Season in, season out.
Magic. That's all I can say. I don't know what type or how, but it's some sort of magic. It's not natural. Like, you guys know how seasons work. It's
like the ground warmer.
Does the dude
Yeah.
look like he's doing bad stuff to the mounds or like good stuff?
That's why they mention it. Like, it's not warm per se, but it's not like bone chilling either. It's just kind of like even temperature here.
It's always 70 at Green Place.
Any,
Green place.
is there a gradient anywhere
Oh,
from
we're
a big
gonna
tower
fix
to
it and
big
it's
tree?
gonna get cold.
yeah.
Is there a
Perfect.
gradient
And we're gonna
from a
ruin
big
the
tower to
grape
big tree
industry.
that like it stops being warm?
Brown and gray
Stops
Oh,
being
wait.
place?
Tower.
What if they
Huh?
make the
There's no
line
big tower.
because it's always green
I was
place?
in my zone.
Oh,
Which we
you're
said last
We're
time.
ruining
was,
our payment.
no, big hill to big tree.
Yeah,
Mm.
big
Shit.
hill to big.
We're gonna ruin this town's
From
economy.
your
Well-
zone,
I don't.
it's still pretty
It's
green
always
up to
been
your zone.
that
You're not
way.
too far off.
Oh,
from
except
this
sickness
area.
just
like
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Is it like on
Maybe
one side
it's
it's
been a
colder
long
than
time
on the,
coming.
or more wintry than on the other, or
Well, Maybe
Give
time
me
to make some
a
friends.
Nature check.
Do you think
I would
Furball
say
knows
for
about
this.
Maluda?
I think Furball knows about the mounds.
Yeah.
8.
I want
And
to know
what
if
they are
Furball
here
is
for.
like maintaining them or like
I would
destroying
say-
them.
I
Like,
think
maybe
it's
in
just
your pre-days you didn't really notice
building
it because
the
you weren't really focused on much other than like
path
survival
up.
and stuff. But now
So
you are
he might
noticing that
be
like there is like a
unknowingly
slight
Yes, that's, I want to know like
temperature
destroying-
gradient leading towards the
what's he doing to
center
the nature.
of like where the town is, and then kind
they're
of
just trying to
gradient
what's he
like
doing
less
to the green
like more
place?
cool as it goes out.
Yeah,
alright.
I
What
just
are you
want to know
doing in this
that.
green place?
Show me where
Smartboard,
on
you
the
seem
green
like you've done a
place.
lot of thinking over there.
Smartboard delivers this as if it's like an obvious fact of life. Well, is warmer this way.
Yes.
Out by Big Hill, colder. Over here, warmer.
Still relatively warm, but like colder,
Colder.
like very slight. Like you've lived here long enough to like be very accustomed. Like, oh, it's like a little warmer over here. And it's-
Flowers grow here,
it's-
not over there.
And you do kind of realize that's sort of what drew you over to this area too, in a way. Like, just kind of like it's nicer here, and that's where like people happen to be too. And like you just kind of like would eat grapes and fuck around and go back home.
Look around and find out.
Alright.
It's green place, except red. For grape.
Red what?
For grape.
What is
Red
the
grapes.
Furball doing exactly, Tyler?
Hmm?
What is the Furball doing exactly to like the mounds?
He's like up higher on the mound.
Damn it.
Like it looks like he's bent over working on like something like maybe maintenance. But hard to say exactly what his task is from this far away. You gotta go a little closer.
Okay, want to go talk to him?
Make some friends.
I think we should talk to
Maybe
him.
not
Yeah.
all of us approach.
Make friends?
Oh.
You do a great job. How is he gonna learn if he doesn't try?
Mm. Maybe some of us
I
go
also
up first.
don't know if the path is really built for
A smart board?
a smart port.
Oh my god, what if he broke the mounds?
Maybe we solved the problem.
No, I think the mounds are good. I don't
I
know.
feel like the mounts are bad.
How big are these mounds?
I feel like the mounds are good.
Oh, a vibe check on the mounds.
Yeah.
On the mound.
Seems like
No.
it's all chill until people started
And they got
Touching
building the
lines.
mount on the mount.
Touching the mount.
Touching the
mount.
mounds. Yeah.
Bad
I think the mounds are
Bad.
good.
Where on the mount?
Don't go
did
touching
the
mounds.
Furball-
Show me where you touched.
Oh no.
You know a strange lump on
green,
mounds.
green place.
Great place. Go back to the great place.
Oh my god. Good place.
Oh, alright, ready?
We're all gonna do
Yeah.
Yes.
We-
Okay, fine.
Alright.
I've
What,
given up.
what would you like to do instead, Lyra?
Maybe someone hang out with our friend.
Are you volunteering?
Sure. Why the fuck not?
Smartboard is looking in the direction of the furball and moving his hands around,
He's doing things.
Is this magic?
pulling something
Yeah.
out of his
Yep, it is.
What magic
If
you
anyone
doing?
wants the map,
Oh, I
don't
love
read
it.
anything because there's too much
I
on
can't.
it.
No, it's
But,
fine.
like,
The map is great.
mounds.
Yes.
Oh.
Vineyard.
Okay, you have to give me
Starboard
that.
up here. You guys came out down here. Mitzi.
Thanks. I had no idea.
Can I steal
where I
that for a
was.
second
That
just
was
to
not-
show it off
Yeah.
real
No,
quick?
there's a lot of things I
Fine.
wrote on this that you can't see yet.
Can I travel? Oh,
Yeah,
can I travel
yeah.
it? Can I travel?
Yeah, I won't look. Let chat see.
Here we go. Shaq can
Actually, I have
no
no
look.
idea if that.
Mounds.
You're pointed up too much down.
Road that they entered in, vineyards, town, Gate, Mitzi,
thought the mounds were a
Smortport is
little
up
further
in
down the
this
road.
corner
Besides
where the
that-
woods kind of pushed out that way.
That's
Okay.
how I imagine.
Like it.
I shouldn't have written like things on here. I think.
Where
No,
they
you're good.
die.
Where they die?
Alright, so the mounds are much larger than anticipated and much closer to the town than anticipated.
I mean,
This
Great.
makes sense.
take the scale with a grain
yeah,
of salt.
grain of salt.
Because I kind of had to crush it all into it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Okay, Smortport is doing some hand stuff and touching things in his pockets.
Oh,
So-
he's actually.
Well, I
This is
asked.
amazing.
Oh!
No, I asked what you were doing.
They make friends.
How
The
make
material
friends?
components is a small amount of makeup applied to the face as the spell is cast. So Smortport's just kind of like
A little blush.
Oh my god.
And a little blush.
Alright. What do you guys
casting
doing?
friends. So
Well, it's too late. I asked him, and he said making friends, and I
I
don't
mean,
know.
friends is a self spell, I think, right?
Dude, I don't fucking know magic.
Me neither.
This is your fucking problem.
Friends last a minute, right?
Smortport is not a problem.
walk now. I've
No, all magic is
stood
the
up
problem.
stood up and walking confidently towards the furbolg.
With your makeup on?
Gonna walk with Smortport.
Okay.
Strutting.
Oh
You
man.
just like
Just
kind of
gonna
shake the
nod
ground just
my
a
head
little, like
and follow.
you're making your way
Yeah,
out.
resign
Which
myself
does
to
like
this.
eventually you see the furbolg who's bent over on the ground, like pause,
Okay.
kind of tilt his head a little bit, like from the back that you're seeing, and then you see him lift his head and sort of look over his shoulder, make a face when he sees you, and sort of like get up, like pick up his bag. It's just-
Wait, no, it's okay. We're handling the he's very nice.
No, wait, stop.
We had a.
Me harm.
If he
We
looks
just
like-
have some questions.
Make a persuasion check.
I get advantage, so
I get advantage. Good thing.
that's a 6, and that's an 8. I have a +2 to charisma, so that was nerfed, by the way. I rolled crazy good.
He rolled crazy. Like he
Uh,
rolled better than Eli did. That's somebody.
Wow.
Spooky
Wow.
scary. Because Eli rolled ridiculous too.
So that's a 10 total.
I had to be like, okay, like we can't be that good at everything. And Vinny, you know what your stats are. Imagine
Yeah.
what his stats must have fucking been.
So actually, I think a 10 is perfect because Smort is smiling and waving and
So you got a 10.
yeah, and
Okay.
copying, and then Rort is snarling, picking something out of his teeth.
Yeah, so he focuses more on the snarling face and
Resting snarl
like
face.
kind of taking a cue from you. Like Brort is the dumb one, right? Or Smort?
Smort is the smart one.
Smort one. Okay. Yeah. So Brort just like bellows really loudly, "Friend!" and like it kind of like vibrates the air just a little bit, and the furbolg is just like scattering, and he just starts like sprinting across the field at this
You
point.
see anything odd? Oh.
Can I chase after him?
You can chase after.
Chase after him.
You can
Um,
catch him because you're.
I know!
speed at this point.
No, it still says only 40.
Only 40.
Yeah!
Only 40, only 80 at a sprint.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
So
I don't think I've rolled.
Just want to
above
let you know the
10.
rest of ours is.
You're
But
like-
we're all 30s.
So-
So you're like you're kind of like doing that like
I'm
you know
going
when
for a
you're-
jog.
You know when
okay?
you're jogging with a friend who's like a little struggling, so you like slow it up just a
I
little
have
bit.
no
you're-
idea.
You would never know what that feeling is.
No! Yeah.
That's never happened.
So that's the effect basically. Like he's sprinting pell mell, and you're like oh like too fast, and you got like just enough extra air to like talk to him, and he's like like just running.
Smort board.
Where are you
I
going?
have no idea what this experience is like.
Sweat is pouring out his face. He like barely catch any air. He's just running.
This is my favorite new thing.
Can't
ever.
relate.
Not a
Just
thing.
saying how I do this to the freshmen every year.
Yeah.
Like just running. Okay.
Can I... Hey, he's okay. He's with us. He's totally harmless.
Right now.
That doesn't look harmless.
Rolled an 8 insight, so I'm also running after.
No!
You just hear.
I like
He just-
tried
he
to
just
stop
screams.
him, and my
Oh.
arms
Can I try? Can I? Do I hear the? I'd imagine I hear them.
But-
I just start like being like, stop it! I'm handling it.
sprints back to Smortport, tells him to sit down, sprints back. Excuse me, one moment.
Guy's still running.
Okay, well, I'll just jog with him and talk, I guess. So what were you doing on the mounds?
Gardening! I gotta get out of here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Does he, do you know about the sickness that's in town right now?
I think. He just. Give me a persuasion check, honestly.
I'm sorry!
I mean, he clearly can't run away.
Persuasion. Which one's persuasion? Oh,
Charisma.
11.
No, he's running. He's just sprinting. He's just like.
Triple.
He kind of
How hard would it be to, like,
You're like.
triple.
He takes
like-
it as a threat. Like, have you heard about the sickness in town? like,
How hard would
You're
it be
gonna
to,
hear about it.
not like, for, like, try to grasp his arm and, like, slow him down without being aggressive?
Make an athletics check.
Okay, but, like, not aggressive.
You gotta be
That's
kind of
possible.
You
I'm trying to hold his
You're
hand!
trying to pin a man, it sounds like, because he's gonna keep running and dragging you, so you just.
Okay, as I'm doing it, can I also be like, please, we need your help? To, like, try and be like,
Fail that persuasion check.
ah! Fucking
Smorport would
Jesus.
like to help.
No, you fucking stop! 16!
16. Alright, here we go. He also got a 16. So, he is like, you got him down, like, you trip him, and he falls down, like, there's like that moment where you're like grabbing at each other's hands, like, you know, like, just like, don't stop it, let go of me, and you're like, we just want some help, and he eventually is able to kind of like, push you over, just because he's a furbolg, so he's bigger than you, so he has that size element, so he's able to just kind of push over, and then just start running again. And he makes it into the village and kind of,
God fucking damn it.
like, you can chase him into the village if you would like.
No.
But, yeah, like, I feel like between, like, all these rounds
No,
of
that's fair.
altercation, like,
No,
and,
that's
like,
fair.
the speed that you can cover, with, like, just dashing, he...
No, that was a fair
Yeah.
answer. I go back to them. Should I run back to the group?
50 seconds from now, he's like, wait. He was influencing me with magic.
God fucking
Did he look sick?
He didn't look sick, no.
Okay.
Bound to be.
Just spread your disease all over him.
Wait, stop!
Guys, I'm not a people person, I'm sorry.
Just a people plague.
We're just coughing your mouth real quick.
Yeah, sweet. Big infection
Actually-
hug.
You said he was gardening.
Well, so far, she's the one of us that doesn't look
that's true.
sick.
Yeah.
Lyra's okay.
She's just a carrier.
I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I only threatened him with sickness by accident. I realized it sounded really aggressive after I said it, but it was too late.
Well,
He said he was gardening. That's all I got.
Okay.
I'd like to poke around the area where he
Same.
was hiding. Does it look normal?
Same.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh my god.
14.
I would like to sit down on the mound.
Eli just takes a sip.
13.
As you sit, Eli, you feel another pustule kind of erupt and start to crackle across your arm a little bit. It's like a blooming flower in like in fast motion, you know, kind of thing, like the stop motion where it's like.
Beautiful.
Delicious.
What do you got?
Yes,
What do you got?
wonderful. 13.
14.
Okay. With that, you investigate the area where he was digging. You do see that there is like some like a stone marking of some sort on that particular mound. It does look like he was trimming back some of the overgrowth, but like not like in a tasteless way. Like it almost looks like Thorgan, you would actually recognize this. Almost looks like a little bit of druid crafting, like crafting the branches to sort of like grow around the stone placards rather than like completely obscuring and obstructing them.
Yep.
And I had this up and then I got rid of it for a second.
Smortbort.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, if we want to make friends, quiet.
It's in a language that you can't
And people hate magic.
understand, but you can. And it's written in giant, and it just looks like a name on the epitaph. And it's a name And there's like something that says like in loving
Big
memory.
mound.
No, big mount.
And
What's wrong with the big mound?
like, and then there looks like
It's-
some scratched like dates, but the dates have kind of been worn with rain and time, so it's hard to make that out.
Big giant's grave.
Oh!
That like a few seconds after.
He can't read, right?
Big giant's grave.
It's the only reason we know what to say. It's the only one I can
What do
read.
you
Are
think
there
is a
any
big
other
giant
placards? Is it just
grave?
that one or?
Give me another investigation check.
Uh, yeah, I guess I'll just take that. That's a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Not that you can see.
I think we
Like,
got another D20. Just kidding.
you do see some other mounds.
Put it in jail,
Like,
don't
so
you?
this is like
Yeah,
a really,
jail.
this is a really big mound, but you see a lot of
Duh.
smaller mounds all throughout it. The area where you're standing is like a small mound. So like think of like a bump with a lot of little pustules. Like just like a lot
A lot of
of
pustules.
kind of,
Mhm.
but like not. But like
Methane,
a
whole
bump.
town is pustule.
Yeah. But like think of a big bump
have
with a
it
lot
on
of
your
little
D20
bumps.
or
The
do
one
you
that has the plaque
need
on it
more?
is one of those little bumps. But you see a few like little bumps, but you don't see like any
Oh,
placards that you can
I'll just take
necessarily
it.
make out.
Little bumps, but no like distinct placards. Okay.
Yes.
I have it on the dice, like kind of dice that you
So I was gonna say I have.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I
Take
was
it
just
back.
If you need
Oh
a
yes, I
D20.
remember when you did that. That was so
LOL.
long ago.
Did I take them?
Well then, yes, that would be lovely because one of them's incarcerated.
See, I just was like, I have a bunch of dice, but I don't have anything, evidently.
Smart, what do you mean by this is a giant grave? Big giant's grave.
Wait a sec. Never mind. This says in loving memory. Thwump.
What?
Thwump.
Lump?
Yeah.
It actually says,
Oh, does it actually a name?
You're just making stuff up.
It actually says Thwump. Oh, look at that.
I'll believe you.
Yeah.
I can't speak giant.
Lovely.
There you go.
it says,
Oh, it's like the
Wakehorn
non-translucent version of yours.
Stargazer.
It's like the not see-through version of yours.
That doesn't
The
like ring
bluey
any
green
bells.
one.
Yeah, it is.
right?
No, no.
Mm.
Just like an,
I think this one glows in the dark.
Is it like
I love those ones.
set into the mound,
I don't think it
or
glows
is
in the
it
dark.
like?
You might have. You
It's
might
Gotta
like-
charge up. Yeah.
like you know when you go to a grave and it has a
Keep it in a
plaque
fucking
like
bag.
in the ground, it's like that, but like under like a flat stone. It's not like as nearly like chiseled in.
But we're
shape.
at the base of the mound, right? At this point.
You kind of climbed up higher on the mounds chasing the guy. And
Okay.
the guy was up higher in the mounds doing his maintenance, and then you chased him off. You stopped to investigate what he was maintaining. It looked like he was maintaining this, like the area around this placard and kind of like reshaping some of the overgrowth, like rather than like cutting it back, more like moving it around to like respect the location without disturbing the wild. And again, this area again is also like very heavily covered in lichen. It looks like all around the base of the placard, kind of fanning outward.
They just keep going back and forth, and it's terrible.
They're tricky ones though.
Trying to connect dots here. Do I know anything about giant diseases? Just sort of by folklore or anything?
I would say you're familiar with a few giant diseases. Like you probably had your set of illnesses in your time, but
This doesn't look like giant pox or anything.
no, this looks weird.
Okay.
Okay.
Midbury Hill?
Grave robbing is bad.
Yeah.
I'll agree this time.
Yeah, grave robbing is bad.
Standardly bad.
Yeah.
this time.
Well.
So is every mound a gravesite here? Is this just a graveyard?
Well, maybe we
pretty
can go to the
graveyard.
top of another mound.
Why would a graveyard have grass that's always green and just magically warm?
Maybe
That's not normal.
they were nature giants that were.
They keep the ground warm even in death? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Decomposition is exothermic.
Forever?
In perpetuity.
They're giants.
Infinite
it's a lot
energy?
to decomp.
Giant dies, solves
Love
infinite
that you
energy
say
problem.
Me, but then you're like insert like very intelligent sounding thing or like.
It's quality.
It's my favorite.
Are the
That wizard I killed had a lot of books. I'll tell ya.
Smortboard, can you like pick me up? Make big tall?
Make big talk.
Tucker, I would just say take a GM inspiration for like general sticking to your rhetoric. I've enjoyed it so far. It's been well played.
I think you have an extra little coin in here that you could.
Yes, he picked it out last time. Look at that.
Oh,
There you go.
for
Physical
you, a
items are great.
coin.
Can I use this to reroll my investigation? Because I would like to know if there are more placards.
That's not how it works. So how it inspiration works, we figured this out a while back, is it's basically an advantage roll. So
Yeah.
let's say you're making a roll and you really want to succeed at it. You can roll, you're saying, I'm using this inspiration, get rid of it, make 2 rolls, take the higher number. It's
Okay.
not like a you roll and then you're like, oh, I hate that. It's not like a
It's
luck
not
roll.
It's not a luck roll.
Yeah.
It's not a reroll.
It's advantage.
It's advantage. Because we ran into it with something, I forget the exact details, but it didn't work when we tried to use it in that sense. And I was like, why isn't this working? Like, it just like the way the rule work didn't work. And then we looked up and the book was like, it doesn't work because it's not a luck point. It's advantage. And I was like, oh, that's why.
We understand.
Oh, because someone had to roll with disadvantage.
Mhm.
And so we were like, okay, so if you roll with disadvantage, do you just like roll straight? Or like, do you, because you roll twice, and then if you don't like either of those numbers, do you roll a third time and then compare? Or like, or how did it work with the disadvantage? And it turns out, oh, it's because it's supposed to be treated like advantage. So if you roll disadvantage, you just take away the disadvantage and make it straight. Yeah. So, well, that was a whole thing. We figured it out. We figured it out. It's an advantage roll. It was cooler as a luck roll, but that way we can figure it out when you have to make a roll with disadvantage and stuff.
While we're tangential, Smortboard is an outlander, so that should have done the memory for maps and geography thing.
There you go.
Oh, I did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Smortboard, can you make me big tall?
Big tall.
Can I look at these mounds? Do they look like
Easy enough. You're right.
like giant, like a shape of a
Oh,
person,
body.
like
Okay.
a body, or do they look
give
like?
me your pick. I would say investigation, or I would say religion.
Smortboard put a piece of cloth between his hand and the diseased person as he left it.
Are you not diseased?
Just pop Hunter on your shoulders like a child.
Not yet.
22
Not yet? Oh,
of
shit.
investigation.
We good.
All right. You don't
Nice.
see it forming any specific like image, like not like a hieroglyphic kind of thing, but you
It's
do
not a chalk
see
outline.
like quite a few different mounds dotting. They sort of follow a concentric pattern up to the base of the tree at the very top of the mound itself. So they all seem to kind of like orient towards the tree. With that
Mounds
roll,
on
that's what they roll.
mounds.
So mounds. So it's a big mound,
To a tree.
like a hill.
Wait, is
Then
this
a
the
lot
tree
of
they're
little-
trying to chop down?
A lot of smaller mounds. I think of like Indian mounds, you know, like
Yeah.
when you got like those smaller mounds on a bigger
Yeah.
mound, and they kind of form this concentric spiral up towards the base of the tree at the top of the hill.
Okay. Were they trying to chop down a tree or something? Planning to chop down a tree in
They
town?
were,
And
that's
is it
what the
that one?
construction at the base. It looks like they're building up some stairs that are starting to head up towards the mound. They were mentioning when you talked to the guard, she was like, "Yeah, that we're going to build this watchtower at the top. Cut down the tree,
Okay.
put the watchtower there because that's the highest vantage point in the area to help us scout for like local dangers and things like that."
Fucking idiots.
Can you help me real quick because theater of the mind is hard? Where is the placard and where are we on this mound? Because
So-
these are small mounds on our big mound.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just like make it even like a little bigger because it's a big mound. So it's like big mound, lots of like mounds working their way up, kind of thing. There was like some earth digging up to start some stairs, and it kind of stopped here. You found some like construction equipment down here. You saw like Furball kind of like here working on this mound, let's say. So there's a placard here.
Got
He
it.
chased up. He ran up the hill, down the other side of the hill
Got it.
towards the village
Towards
over
the
here.
village over there.
So village, whatever. And then
Okay, so it's here. Great. That is
Yeah.
not what I was picturing, and this is much better. Thank you.
yeah, and there's like kind of some like woods sort of like
around like because like the gate is like down here, and there was some gate, but then the gate kind of ends where the woods start, so he like ran up into the woods.
And so I was like, all right, Larry, you're gonna have to like.
Yeah, no, it's
you're gonna
fair.
have to do some
It
work
worked
if you
out-
want to keep chasing this.
It
guy.
worked out perfectly because I could keep up with him, but I can't be a friendly person.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
Hey,
Right.
help us.
It was just good.
Carry me next time. And I'll talk to him.
You
Fuck.
backpack, Eli.
I love how like how roles can dictate tone too. Like
Yeah.
you're like I say a thing and I'm like great. And if the role is good, it sounds like how you want it to sound. If the role is bad, it's like have you heard of the disease that's been spreading?
Tyler,
Like,
you think
all about
this
tone.
is like in game, this is me in real life, and then I go after, oh god!
My
This is
tone-
exactly-
oh,
sound like
that
that.
sounded so mean and I didn't mean it to sound mean.
Yeah,
but
no, this is just my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not even angry about the role.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Let me look at tree.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
climb higher up to get to it.
So we're
You
gonna
guys-
try and climb up to the top.
What do you
Okay.
see, Hunter?
I see lots of. I spy with my little eye lots of little mounds making big mound with a tree on the top. I can't see any other plaques or anything, but I think we should go to the top.
Tree sounds important.
In the
Sounds-
stream, I saw a tree lady. I think I also saw a tree. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that tree?
Does you'd have to get closer. Like it wasn't like a tree. It was like a woman with like bark like skin and things like that. But you'd have to get closer to like inspect the tree.
looks like a lady.
I climb up the
Because
hill.
there are a lot of trees around here. Could be
I
any
climb up the
tree.
hill like you know how you climb stairs on all fours sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like doing that.
All the
As
time.
you guys climb up the hill, you get a good vantage point where you see like off to the side, at the other side of the hill at the base, you see like a little like kind of like ground shack almost like
Mini ground shack.
This is what we're doing
like
now.
you know how like a cemetery has like a little like like place where like the
Hagrid hut.
like the cemetery people live to like
Yeah.
maintain the cemetery, like it looks like something like that,
Undertaker.
like or like a not
Gravekeeper's hut.
necessarily an undertaker that
Like a
like from where you
mausoleum.
are, it looks like there's more like groundskeeping equipment, like
Yeah.
like shears and things like that, like kind of leaned against the sides and like a little bit of a hovelly shack near the base, and then the town off to the northern end, with like the woods kind of parting a little bit to give to the town itself. It looks like a lot of the woods over there had been cleared for housing in that district, but it's running a little sparse in that direction. And then you are at the tree itself. What are we doing? It's a pretty big tree. It's impressive.
If we all make a ring
you're
with
gonna-
our hands,
big
like
hug.
we
Hug the
tree.
tree. Yeah. I was gonna say the
Oh,
same
we
thing.
have the
hug the tree.
advantage though. We got him.
And the day is
Yeah.
saved.
Bunch of tree huggers. Go home.
All your blemishes clear.
Your disease is gone.
God. The tree's like, wow, guys.
Yeah.
That was really-
I just need a hug.
We're not gonna cut you down, big tree. 'Cause we love you.
We tie ourselves to
You
the
can't
tree.
do that.
It's too big.
It's too big.
Oh, it's
It's
like
too
the
big. It's
Great
like a
Deku
Totoro
tree here.
level,
Okay.
Like my neighbor
That is
Totoro
very
level, like
Tree.
tree.
Yeah. Oh, it's tree.
Bro, how do they even plan to get this chopped down?
Is this like a redwood? Like,
they-
is it tall?
Wait, were they planning to take it down for the Watchtower, or are they gonna Keebler Elf this shit?
They really should have Keebler.
Yeah, they should have!
Cut him.
This big.
Treehouse. Come on.
These guys are
If we can't get
idiots.
them to save the tree, that's what next step is. Hey, you know what you guys should do?
Just make a tree house.
It's way less work.
Keebler elfish.
Like what?
You didn't talk to them about this. Like it was just the guardsmen
Yeah.
outside. You didn't talk to anyone specific about the construction project. You fools. I'm just kidding.
We're too busy following the romance plot line here, okay? We had better things to talk about.
Continue.
Oh yeah, that
It's a
was so
big
sweet.
tree. What are we doing? It's
Tyler
so many-
quietly hides blueprints.
We would like to speak to foreman of construction project.
Does it look like anyone's in the house thing?
That's at the base of the hill. Again.
Oh, never mind.
Other
Fuck
side
it.
down
No.
the hill.
So we're
I
just
believe
gonna-
it was the dude I chased away. So not concerned.
Thorgan's gonna do like a perimeter on the tree and just look at the bottom of it and look for any entrances, like secret passages, stuff like that. You know.
Doors.
I would
Sort of
say
like exactly
you can
follow
make this
him.
with advantage because
Cool.
you are a ranger, so go
Oh, yeah.
for it.
Because you got your
Um,
secret
This is his
doors.
woods.
And
Give
Dorgan.
me
Oh my
a
God.
nature check,
The
Thorgan.
tree is a dungeon.
Come on, Dorgan.
Tree
Where
is a
is magic?
Tree and
That is a 24. And yeah, 24.
That's so casual.
That's a casual 24.
You guys just watch Thorgan get into his element. He's just like, tree.
I've seen trees before.
I know exactly what to do with
So
this
you
tree.
you kind of initially when you all try to like you see Thorgan kind of step back, kind of look up, like start making his way along these pretty massive roots of the tree, jumping down, inspecting, like kind of like occasionally stopping to like tap on certain parts of
Kicking
the
the
tree.
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like when your dad goes with you to look at a car.
He's basically
Literally.
It's a good tree.
This was a classic.
As you
Hi, guys,
go,
brought these babies for mine.
you do find like it's hidden pretty well from the general eye, but just you're very attuned to like the growth patterns of trees just being very much in the woods your whole life. So you notice an abnormality in the growth pattern where the tree almost seems to kind of like fold in towards the base of one of its roots and like kind of create this almost like alcove, it looks like, for a second. It's overgrown with a lot of plants that kind of provide almost a natural like cover to that space, but you're able to, take out one of your swords, kind of cut like back some of the larger overgrowth so you can piece your way through and make your way to what looks like a almost looks like it would have been an opening. It's like an archway. There's some like intricate designs along the edge of the archway, but right where it would be about the size of a humanoid to walk through, it is just laced with interlocking roots, just kind of growing in and filling in that gap.
Do we smell cookies baking?
Hunter's still trying to hug the tree.
Hey, guys, Hunter, stop hugging the tree. Come here.
I don't
think
think
I
it's
found
hurting
something.
it though.
No, it's not hurting it. It's just I think I found something over here. Check it out. Check out like these branches, like the vines, all the wood here. It looks like a door, doesn't it? Like it was all covered up before, like it was purposely hidden. Whether the tree itself grew to hide it or someone hid it, it just I don't know. Speak, friend, and enter. Like yeah. I don't know.
Your eyes are just so magical, Thorgan. How do you find these things? I go and knock on the door.
Hunter goes and knocks on the door.
Hello?
Anyone home?
How long are you waiting for an answer?
I'll knock and I'll be like, alright.
No one's home.
You knock,
mean-
like a solid
Just waiting.
30 seconds to a minute pass, no response.
I'd like to climb the tree in that time.
You'd like to climb
Oh,
the
no,
tree.
let's-
How
Smart
big
board.
of a
Make
tree?
an athletics check.
Is he
That's
gonna
a-
break it?
He's gonna break himself when he
It's
falls.
a big tree.
I will use my
Okay, so
inspiration.
he won't break the
You're
branches.
using inspiration? Alright,
Okay.
make an
I don't
athletics
really
check,
care
buddy.
as long as he's not gonna break the tree.
Oh,
What is it?
13.
13.
twice.
You're able to get up a little bit. Not extremely high, but enough to like get to like the first level. But then as the higher up you go, the branches kind of sparse out a little bit, and just where you chose to climb, there's not a good selection for you to choose from that you feel confident that will bear your weight. So you get a little bit higher up, but high enough to see the town. See again that like shack near the base of the mounds, a few of the mounds in the surrounding concentric pattern that Hunter was seeing. You get a better view of that kind of circulating up towards the base of this tree. And like you see the party kind of all down below near the entryway that seems barred off by overgrown roots, but that's about all you see.
I'd like to sort of like blur my vision a little bit, like defocus my eyes and just try and get a sense of like what this place used to be before people took over, like whether there's any sort of like patterns that are obscured by the changes that people have made to the land here.
wow, these big leaks really look like footprints.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Hunter's kind of tried to make a similar check.
God damn it.
I would say.
Me much taller.
I would say give me, again, same thing, investigation or religion.
And then Tyler, you said there was writing around the doorway?
Carvings. Like, not necessarily writing that, at least that it looks like to your eyes, but it's also, like, a little bit overgrown, like.
14, I think the approach that I'm taking this is like more religion-y, more like nature-y, like trying to understand like, what have they done to you?
What is it, 14?
Yeah.
Again, it you get the sense this is some sort of grave site, just based on the plaque that you read that was in giant that you could understand, how the mounds are situated. There might be some sort of like veneration pointing towards the tree itself, based on the alignment
Figure it out.
of the mounds, but that's about all you can glean from this.
We're just gonna go outside because there's not a lot of space in this little tree nooker. Start putting some soot and some stuff on the ground and scratching runes into the dirt. And I'm gonna ritual cast comprehend languages.
10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
right?
just gonna sit there for 10 minutes.
Okay. While she's
Well,
doing
you
that
guys
for
do
10
stuff.
minutes.
Mhm.
Anyone else doing anything?
Smoke port,
You hear her go like, I can't
Drops.
read this.
and then what's this? Big giant break.
He lands and like, boop, boop.
Yeah, you land.
You know, it'll probably be a little bit longer after I went and scurried up the tree, but I'll start casting Identify on the on specifically like the root stuff crossing the doorway ritually, if I can.
I'd say you're like 5 minutes behind her at this point, like for the time you took to try to climb the tree and get a good view. You didn't get very high up, so it wasn't as time invested, but yeah, you're definitely 5 minutes behind her at least. Anything else anyone's doing?
I'm not sure.
It's more for. Would you like to take a walk with me to the plaque?
The Identify door. I already like got all my shit out, and I'm like,
Do you need magic or you just
Okay.
want
Your
a friend?
pearl worth 100 gold
No,
pieces.
you
Give me
can-
that.
we can wait. I
okay,
have,
do you do strictly spell components? In which case,
No, I don't do strength spell components.
Okay.
Only the ones that have financial weight, like a
Oh.
pearl.
Like a pearl worth 100 gold pieces.
Pearl!
A pearl.
I'm not identifying then,
Oh, okay.
because that is 100 gold.
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't
Pearl.
have the pearl.
Yeah, no one has a pearl except us.
We're the only
no
pearl in the
pearls.
world.
Only pearl!
Yeah, I'd say you. If the wizard had
the
that
wizard,
spell
yeah.
in his bag, you would have a pearl.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Someone who has the spell would
Yeah.
obviously have the component.
It's not like someone would walk around with 2 levels with a spell that they can't cast.
They can't cast it.
They don't have material
That's silly.
components for it. That would be just
That's
ridiculous.
so silly.
who would ever do
I
that?
don't know. That's so ridiculous. Anyway, yeah. Anything anyone else doing?
Well, what you need?
I may be able to ask a resident of the mound about this tree and mound.
That's cool.
Okay, each of those little mounds, like, do we get the impression that each of those little
You're
mounds
doing
is a
what?
grave?
That
And then,
seems to be the impression you're
Okay.
getting.
I'm going
Can
to
you-
attempt to speak with the deceased person buried here.
Okay then.
okay.
Well, this
Can you
is
speak?
gonna be
Cool.
interesting.
Can I like say anything while I'm casting, or am I just focused on my casting?
I mean, if you stepped away
No.
to, like,
Like she's just sitting on the ground, working on her spell.
yeah, but if everyone's standing there, I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're not, like, making it around their feet. So you stepped
Yeah,
a
just
little
step
bit
a little
away.
bit away.
And I would say this takes concentration.
Okay.
So if you're focused on that, I mean, again, I don't know how normal people concentrate. When I concentrate, I don't hear shit.
No, yeah.
Like,
I
do
mean-
normal people when they concentrate, do they hear shit?
I can,
Not me.
but you know.
Is that like a standard thing? I don't know. I know if I'm focused on something, but like,
If you're really in the zone,
give
no.
me.
Probably not.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. Give me a perception check. DC is a little difficult, and if we'll see how well Hunter is able to multitask.
Nah, I just got a 13.
13.
Slightly above average.
Yeah, I'd say you're a
Just
little bit.
focused.
You're a little bit focused.
Sounds great.
Okay. But
Delicately.
Eli, are you
The
casting
pearl.
your spell? What are you doing?
And I've come on over to this mound and one
Make
back
sure.
Are you guys going with Eli or are you staying with Hunter?
What is
Thorgan's gonna stay by the tree with Hunter for now.
Okay, then I'll go.
You going to mound?
I'll go on an adventure.
Going to mound?
I need to see him fucking talk to the dead people. That's
On a mound.
wild. This shit's wild. Y'all are nuts. Magic is fucking nuts.
I was wondering if you were going to do that.
Magic is terrifying.
I didn't know if you needed a body.
And dead. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good question.
What's the material
I thought you
components
meant
of the
like, do
spell?
we need a body like for material components?
I would like to unstrap Percy from my back and
Let's defile this
just have him
grave.
sniff the ground, see if he can sniff out where the body is, like specifically.
What is
Percy's a pig.
Percy's a pig. They're good at finding truffles.
Very good at finding truffles.
Wow.
If you're within 10 feet,
I just have to burn incense.
You don't
Yeah.
need a body.
you don't even.
You do need a body.
You just have to be within 10
There
feet.
has to be a body. Yeah,
of a
10
body.
feet of a body. The body does have to have a mouth, though.
You need a skull.
York.
10 feet of a body?
Yeah.
What if
A
someone's
corpse
not...
of your choice within range. But it does have to have a mouth.
As long as they're not 10 feet below the ground, right?
Oh, like it...
Oh yeah, can we?
Oh, you have to be within 10 feet of a corpse?
Yeah, it's not like a telepathic thing.
Oh, I thought you meant the corpse had to be 10 feet.
No.
I was like, but what...
A 10-foot.
Giants
we have a
only.
giant corpse.
I was like, but...
Yeah. This
Gotta
is
be a
quite
large
convenient.
I can't believe that's what you were thinking. I was like, what is she
I
going?
know, I was like, I'm confused.
The only thing, though,
Sorry, I was
is
confused.
we would probably
Typically,
have
you
to
should just use a
dig up
skull.
a body, which might make the situation worse.
Because they speak like verbally. It's not.
They speak
Yeah.
verbally? You make a zombie.
Yeah.
That's a strong word.
It's a loaded word.
I prefer granting a semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse.
I really thought you were gonna like hear voices in your head like y'all do all the time. I was really hopeful that that was the case of this. I was excited. Now I'm not.
I would say how I like to flavor this. You don't necessarily need to like hear what the corpse is saying. You just have to be within 10 feet of it.
Okay, so I don't
You don't have
have
to dig up the body.
the
I
body
wouldn't say
and
you have to dig
desecrate
up the
this
body.
mind.
And I'm not just saying this for this moment of like, don't dig up the bodies. I'm like, I had this already pre-thought out when I saw that you took that spell. I was like, how am I going to do this? And I decided on it, and so I was like, oh yeah, they don't really need to dig up a body for this.
Okay, good.
As long as you're
Eli
within 10
doesn't
feet.
have to have a grave digging arc.
I mean, as much as I love to shit on Eli,
Yeah, dig up a grave now, bitch.
get your hands dirty, pretty boy. Come on.
Let's go.
Imagine Eli digging. Like,
So of course just sitting there. Like,
Crying.
Yeah.
a little deeper.
You're almost there, buddy.
Go, keep going.
You want a shovel?
Alright,
So do we think it would be more... Because we could do the giant's grave, because we have a name, there's a plaque, probably important, but I don't
Yeah.
know if it would be more helpful to go with one of the smaller mounds that may be a more intelligent.
Okay. Well, does everyone... Do we all get to talk with the person? Because if it's giant, we don't know giant, that's not helpful. If you only get to talk
Somebody's about to be able to comprehend languages, and I also speak giant. I don't know why I didn't start with that.
Yeah, but if only
speak
one
giant.
can hear it,
Yeah.
he probably can't speak a
Um,
language he doesn't know really fast while this is happening.
Yeah, no, it only knows what it knew in life and speaks the languages.
Yeah, but does it talk to you or does it
speaks
talk to
in
all of
life.
us?
just says it answers up to 5 questions that I ask. So I would say that's up to you since you're flavoring it that I don't have to dig up the body. Cause
Such flavor.
I figured normally it would be that you need the mouth because the mouth would be talking. If I'm not digging up the body, maybe it's just coming to my head, or I don't know if it would just be kind
Cast
of like
a
a
spell and you'll
spectral
find
voice.
out.
Oh
Okay,
no! Alright.
I don't know. I've never done this before.
I will just say,
Oh,
since,
good.
Since
I'm
you
glad.
know, like, the general arcana of the spell, you have a feeling that you would need to, like, Eli would have a feeling that he doesn't need to dig up the body. You've never cast the spell, you're not quite sure. But, like, the language and the books that you read in your library at home, like, seemed, like, in the visuals that were in the text, seemed to intimate, like, that you don't always have to be, like, able to, like, hear visibly, like, because there were some images of, like, people touching graves and things like that, so there was like a rhetoric there that gives you the impression that you would be able to do this, like, and touch, like, a physical grave and still have that communication, but you're not sure how exactly that would transpire.
Okay.
But it does still, like, the rules of the spell, it's almost like a component, it seems like. They need a mouth in order to speak, but as far as how that message is transmitted, you don't know.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, I'll probably go with one of the smaller mounds in case you won't be able to talk to them. It's my first time casting this.
Okay.
I'll go with a smaller mound, hopefully someone that I
God.
can understand.
Please be a person. Not a
Okay,
baby giant.
Yeah,
let's see.
really.
So,
I love everyone's like,
Right.
okay.
It's not
So
really a
let's
good
say
option
Says
here.
in giant. Wah.
Okay.
God damn it.
Let's see.
Come down, Percy.
Typical hierarchy, probably go with a mound closer to the top. Probably maybe more important.
I don't know,
Maybe
where's
knows more.
the labeled one?
So
Was the labeled one near
that
the
was
bottom
a giant.
Yeah, I know that, but
Oh,
I'm saying where
Or
was
it's just
it?
older.
Okay.
Middle-ish?
Because I was thinking, like, maybe the top is later ones, so I don't know. Less useful, maybe. I don't.
Well,
I'm just trying to help, I don't know.
Me either. Alright, well, let's look for the closest, smaller mound. The smallest, the closest non-giant sized mound to the tree.
okay.
And I'd like to go over, respectfully place my hand on the mound, kneel down, and cast Speak with Death.
Now I'm just holding a pig like some kind of asshole.
Yeah, can you roll me a D100?
Oh, break it out.
Break
There
it
it
out.
Oh,
is.
okay.
Oh.
I was gonna say I have one.
Oh, this is huge. Yes.
Yes.
Fucking Indiana Jones this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pour it
Right?
all over. Oh god. Oh god.
I'd almost said it
Is
on
that a
fucking one.
fucking
It's
9?
It's
What
a
a
fucking
normal
9.
That's a
number.
9. That's
What
so
the
stupid.
hell? I
What
could have
a-
got that on any die.
Dude, it's a fucking 1.
Yeah, you
it was
almost rolled a
slowing
one.
down on
If I
1.
It
rolled
was.
a nat 1 on a fucking D100.
Just leave. Just get up and leave.
I feel
Yeah.
like,
The
All
god
right,
of death strikes you down.
everyone roll initiative.
They're all getting out of the ground.
Oh,
Pulls
you're
you
saying
into the
if it
mouth.
was a 1. I thought you meant right now. I was like, fuck.
Imagine.
We're just running for it. We're not fighting
I
you.
would
Oh, I can run.
Yeah.
Instead, it's a 9.
Okay.
Wow, good job.
Alright. So, Eli, as you
What
place
the
your
fuck?
hand on this grave, speak the incantation that you remember practicing back, in the days of your studies. You all watch as, like, a
Swish
blue
and
flame kind of licks up, kind of, surging upwards and engulfing Eli for a moment, like, almost like a wisp, like a will-o-wisp sort of, like, blue, that kind of, like ethereal blue. And, where Eli stood, you now see, like, a young male furbolg child, like,
God damn it.
his eyes are just kind of like white opaque, and he's just kind of standing there with sort of like this blank expression. Eli, what is your question?
My question is, what do you know about this tree?
Okay.
Don't like the wow.
I don't know if it was a good wow.
Yeah, I'm
give
unsure
me one
on
of
that.
those. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah,
pump?
seriously. The smartest frog baby in the West.
So you all see this like hazy sort of like blue monochrome ethereal young furball male child standing where Eli once stood. Eli's not around. Eli, you for a moment, like it's kind of like everything is in like sort of a slight grayscale, like muted color, still some color, but like almost like you're looking in like like one of those old movie films, like in the past with just like a little bit of that like grayscale, but some color. Everything seems a little bit like smaller, or like a little bit larger to you. Your height is just a little bit reduced. You kind of glance down, and you see your hands have like a greenish, like almost like furry exterior, and you don't feel like yourself, like you're having like the thoughts and the experiences of this child in that moment. And like you can't really differentiate between the two of you for that moment. But in response to that question, when you look up, you see the child is kind of standing with what you assume to be his parents, like a furball male and female, kind of middle-aged, are kneeling by the base of this tree, kind of, it looks like, saying some last words over what looks to be a fresh mound. Like there's fresh earth, nothing has grown to cover it yet. There's a fresh placard that looks pristine. The mother turns to you and seems to address you, and she says, "I know we're gonna miss grandfather, but he's always with us, and this is where he wanted to be, in the watch of Our Lady." And she looks to the tree. The tree is like vibrant, like even larger almost. And like you're not sure if it's because of your scale, since you're scaled down, or if the tree just seems like larger than what it is today. It's hard to make that distinction. But the tree is just very vibrant. It's like in full bloom at this point. There are just like these like pink petals, kind of like raining down on the wind, carried by like a gentle wind. You feel that gentle wind caress your face, almost like it feels like a physical caress almost. And you just feel like this peace sort of emanating from the base of this tree as you are burying your grandfather. You remember this now, like your grandfather got old, got sick, he passed, and this is where you guys are saying your last remembrances and saying goodbye. And as you kind of look up to the tree with this sort of soft fondness, you see one of the branches sort of like twist and warp away into like this woman, it looks like almost. Like, it doesn't look like human, doesn't look elvish, doesn't really look like anything quite distinctly, sort of like an amalgamation of things. But she kind of gives you a little wave. You feel like that warmth and reassurance that she's just going to be watching over your grandfather from here on out. And she just sort of twists back and disappears back into the branches of the tree itself. What's your next question?
Oh boy.
How does the town honor the tree?
That's a good question. Really good question.
Get her.
Oh yeah, huh?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
So you actually see in the alcove that Thorgan found, it's not sealed off like it is right now with all the roots kind of clogging and clustering it. It's open, and you see, again, it's like your height reduced in your hands. You're bearing it looks like a bottle of wine, like a fine-looking bottle of wine as well. And you feel really proud of it. Like your parents are some of the finest winemakers, and you know it, and you know that they saved the best for the offerings for this tree. And so you're filtering in behind them. They each have a bottle of wine as well, and they let you carry one of them, which you're also kind of proud of. Like, they trusted me to carry this. I'm not going to break it though. And you're just like every step, holding your breath, being very careful, like cradling it against your chest and like almost a tight hug, but not too tight. You don't want to break it. And as you filter in, you see that there's this little path that kind of leads further down into like the deeper roots of the tree. There's a shrine of some sort in the center of the tree where there's just a cluster of vines growing up from the center, and at the base is some sort of, it looks like offering table that's clustered with different gifts, and you see like some silver plates of like fine craftsmanship are set there, and you see like some goblets set aside with like some coins inside of them, and then you put the wine bottle down at the base of the altar. Your parents set some wine bottles down as well, and your father just like rests his hand on your shoulder, gives it like a proud squeeze, and you just feel that surge of pride in your chest as well. And then what's your next question? Sorry.
It was just very pretty.
We'll say as soon as Smurfort realizes that he can't contribute to this, and it's gonna take a while, he's gonna go back over to Hunter and do what he was gonna do before.
Has the tree is that opening, is that gateway to always open?
You feel a strong yes, like kind of echo in like a younger voice in your mind. And with that, you just see like sort of looking up from the base of the hill, like people filtering in and out. You're kind of like walking up the path, like a ways further north. It looks like more northward even than the village is currently situated. But you do kind of like slow your steps a little, which is like kind of glancing with curiosity towards what everyone else is doing, like near the mountains, and you see some people filtering in and out. And like the timing changes, like there's another scene where you're passing by later at night carrying a lantern along with your parents. Then there's another scene where you're like racing with like some sort of like piece of parchment in your hand, like delivering some sort of important note. And you pass by again, and it's like, you know, like early morning, and there's like still like a couple people, like fewer than the normal crowd, but still some people kind of filtering in and out. But it seems like it generally doesn't close up.
Generally doesn't close up. Is that the tree inside, I'd assume? It's not supposed to be closed. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. My surprise, no.
Did your town ever suffer plague?
We just housed that.
You see, like, sickness is coming through. Like, you get some visuals, especially if you like the biggest one prominent in the thought is like of your grandfather, and he's sick and is coughing, and he looks really sallow-faced in bed, and people are around the bed crying, and you like feel some wetness even like going down your own face. And like a few people in the room are also kind of like coughing here and there, but for the most part, it seems like a pretty standard sickness.
Yeah.
Like there's another one where you're at the door asking if your friend can come out to play, and then like their father's just at the door shaking his head, like telling you no, he's sick, he has to stay in bed, that kind of thing. And the thought is like, yeah, of course, sickness has come to the town. Like,
Okay.
Oh shit! You scared me. How many more questions you got?
One more.
One more.
Nice.
Nice. Sounds like you did good asking.
yeah, great.
Are we just sitting here and there's silence? That's it.
Did you see? Did you see anything in your final moments?
As you ask that question, you get this visual of like you're climbing this tree, this really big tree. There's a bunch of kids at the bottom just calling out like, oh, you can go higher than that. Come on, go higher than that. Oh, he's going so far. And you're feeling pretty confident. You're feeling pretty boastful. You see a few branches that look a little thin, but like, oh man, they're just like really encouraging. And you feel like this is the most attention you've gotten in a while. Like you're eating it up. So you reach for that last branch, feel something snap. You see just everything like whirls of green and like flashes of color, and then it all just ends abruptly.
Oh my god.
We just keep making people re-experience the worst shit that's happening.
Yeah, pretty
And at
much.
this point, the spell ends right on time.
Wow.
So as you guys, like, Eli, you're kind of experiencing, like, this first-hand knowledge. You guys hear, like, in succession, like, over periods of, like, pause, but, like, you see this hollow-eyed child say things like, the lady watches over us. She watches over those who cast as well. She protects the valley. What was the second question? Was the...
How does the town honor the tree?
Yes.
How does the town honor a tree? And he says, we leave gifts for the lady at the base of the roots. The finest wine. And then, has it always been open? He says, yes, always open. You can come anytime that I've seen. And then the fourth was...
Every town ever had a plague.
Every time I ever play, he's like, Grandpa got really sick. That was sad. My friend got sick too. I've gotten sick a couple times. And then the last one is he's like, it was a big tree. It was not as big as the lady, but I don't think she would take kindly to me climbing her. But it was a big tree.
Lady Demascue.
And I I don't quite recall what happened after climbing the big tree. And as that last word leaves the image's mouth, the fire just kind of licks down, dissipates into the ground, and Eli is left standing in his place.
Jesus. That's fun.
From over where we're ritualizing Swarm goes up. We want to know how you did that.
Yeah, you get that little bit of a jolt, Eli, as you feel like you just died.
What a way to come out of the spell.
Right?
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Well, that was a lot. The tree. People, of course, are buried here in the mounds. That entryway was always open, and people left offerings there. I assume for the protection. There was a lady that, well, a lady made of branches and bark that came out of the tree. Maybe something like what you saw. That would, I guess, watch over the dead here. So I don't know if what's changed, if they no longer bury their dead here, or if they've somehow desecrated.
Did the tree possibly find out that the townsfolk were trying to cut it down?
Well, also,
That would
why
be
are
a
they
reason.
trying to do that?
Well, they
They
wanted
used
to
to-
build a watchtower, right?
Yeah, but
So-
if they used to bury their dead here and stuff.
I don't know. Practicality. I don't know.
Some
But-
traditions fall by the wayside. I don't know. We would
Yeah.
probably have to.
The disease could have
Ask
come
the
from
town
that
people.
lady from the tree as punishment for trying to take it down.
Yeah.
Lyra,
But how do we stop
What?
it?
do you have any more of that carving wood?
I think I do, right? I have more carving wood, right? I think I got 2 blocks.
You only.
I thought I
Yeah,
got.
you got. Well, what's your inventory say?
Inventory doesn't say anything.
If it doesn't say it, then I'd say you don't have it.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Maybe I can find it.
Fine. Keep track of your shit.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Because you did use one to carve that sculpture that you gave to that child in the city.
Yeah, I thought I had 2. But hold on. Did I just lose my other thing? No. Sorry. I've lost it. I went and fucking lost it. We do have Thorgan, who's very good at finding stuff in the woods.
Alright,
Am I
well,
still casting my thing?
Not going to find bottles of wine, though.
At this point, you are
Not
done.
gonna
Oh, I'm
What?
done.
Yeah,
So I've
his-
heard.
Bottles
his
of
spell
wine
took 10
to
minutes.
offer.
Oh, okay.
So
I
Well, I'd
heard
assume you.
all of
Wait, what were you
just
trying to
said.
do?
Oh.
What are you trying to do?
To flavor it.
Can you carve wood?
No, I was gonna ask if we can get you some wood, if you could carve another toy.
Yeah. Heck yes.
Okay.
Just don't take wood from this tree.
Yeah, I kind of got that
Yeah.
one.
Hunter's gonna rummage through her bag and pull out a corked wine bottle
Oh,
Oh, how convenient.
that we got at the Korok Temple. Because I wrote
Oh,
where I
really?
got it from.
Temple wine.
No, but could this be bad temple wine?
Entirely possible. I don't know.
Wow, it's probably corked before the
Yeah.
bad stuff.
Okay, but wait, did we get a wine bottle from the people who were having us do this job?
I mean, it's not in my inventory.
We were going to get one after, right?
I swear they gave us one before. None of you have it? No.
Why do you want the wine bottle smorgasbord?
Tasty.
No. Later. Maybe.
So yeah, to flavor the ritual,
Yes.
smorgasbord came up when Hunter was doing the thing, and why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Why should I do that? And probably complicating the process, but also like contributing things at every the occasional turn to like beef this up into comprehending not just languages but also adding identify components to understanding the tree.
Identifying my ritual spell.
To identifying the door in the door.
Sweet. Hunter is like super focused on what she's doing, and then like after she's done casting, we'll like take a minute and like explain. Like before, like as she's cleaning it up, be like, I put this down for this, and this is that, and that is the other.
Well, then if you take that, then you can apply it to here, and then person.
You finished your spell though, Hunter. What are you looking for?
I just wanted to see if I could read what was around the door
Okay.
at all. I have to go like touch it with my hands.
Yeah.
So I go and I touch it with my hands.
Sorry, what's written around the door?
That's what we're figuring out right now.
Like,
As you touch the door,
I have my bottle of weird corked wine in one hand and touching the door with the other.
okay. Alright, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I just scared the shit out of Davis.
As you
As
touch the door,
I touch the door.
sorry, I
Again.
think I missed the bit of description about the writing. What is written on the door?
you never asked.
Like,
As
was it
you-
something that I recognized as a script or no?
There are pieces of it that look giant, but you never really took a moment to look at it.
Damn, Smorgasbord's attention span.
As you touch the door,
Tucker's
Hunter,
attention span.
you see all of the vines encasing it sort of like shift and writhe a little bit, like when you disturb like a nest of ants or something. It looks a little
Delicious.
agitated by that touch, and almost like nearly simultaneously, you hear some people, like some shouts and raised voices start to gradually filter from the village. Like, small at first, just like some like loud exclamations, but more start to join, and there seems to be some sort of cacophony going down there. You start to like kind of turn your attention to that, but as you do, a disturbance starts to happen near you guys, where the like Hunter, you're kind of focused on like the roots and everything, like starting to lash and writhe on the door. Some of them start to like kind of like stretch out towards you, and you back away, pulling your hand away. You guys hear earth shifting in some spots close to where you're standing, as well as just some general. Everyone roll initiative.
No.
On the attack!
Why are they mad?
Please.
I
Continue
brought
knocking.
wine.
I
Clear the table a little bit, gang. Look out, MJ. I'm gonna use your
Yeah,
chair.
go ahead.
Kyle. So I just crawl into the roof and leaves.
This is the train.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
it's really big.
She's tall.
Oh, it's blowing a little. I
We
built
can-
this without the fan.
Oh no.
Oh,
We can
does
wait.
that
Fit
fit?
inside?
Yes.
Does this fit inside?
Yeah, just drop it
Oh
in.
yeah!
Wait, that's-
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, just
Roll it down.
Oh,
No, it's
it's all good.
it's fine.
It's all good.
The tree is fine, guys.
What did it land on?
Yeah,
Nine.
look inside.
And isn't it so appropriate? I put it in the window grown box.
Beautiful.
There's a bunch of tape behind you.
There is. The
Just
tape is
tilt
behind
tilt it back this
you.
way a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Engineers on the job.
What are you
It's
trying
a
to do?
19, just so everyone knows.
Oh, okay. Fucking
She rolled a
Jesus.
19.
Everyone put your characters where they would be situated. Let's erase this stuff.
Can you
Alright, where's
pick
the,
up- Can you pick
where's
up the
the
tree in the
door?
base so I can wrap it from here to underneath?
And Vicky,
Oh,
can you get
fuck.
some of
This
the
is heavy,
towers
that
for me?
is.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to erase, or is it
Oh,
just
that is
fingers?
my fingers.
Here,
Fingers didn't seem
MJ, you tape. I have to get some.
I got it.
No, it's actually good, I think.
Is it happy with just one?
Oh, you can put in a little bit more. Yeah.
Look at everyone's minis. This is so fun.
Fun.
It'd be such a shame.
So fun, so fun.
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 I don't know if you guys noticed, but I
Tyler.
finished off.
The
Small
tears
points,
were
Nick.
in here.
The tears?
Were in
He's
here.
properly highlighted and accentuated
And
there.
I bought my
Say,
own
does that
tears,
take
so
a
I
little
didn't
Perfect.
take them.
There we go.
Look at it. Look at that fucking
He
tree.
has a little
Did they get moved when we were
I didn't
cleaning?
want him to do that, though.
No, I moved them to there.
I mean, I didn't notice at all. It looks
All the
fine.
minis here,
5%?
and then the towers were next to the minis.
You don't have a drink, do you?
Yes.
You
The
do?
minis
Yeah.
are out.
You got 5 hydrates. Captain says
I
so.
don't, they weren't with the mini ones. I can check it really quick. But I think it was just purely mini.
5 hydrates.
Don't look at it.
I'm not looking.
You know you can't help but
No,
look.
I did a really good
Done.
job, I promise.
Okay.
Well, because I'm looking for a big box.
Okay.
So I know what I'm looking
Only
for.
look for boxes.
Tree
Hold
where
on,
the
I'll
branches,
check
they're
out
up top. Okay,
I guess-
chat.
Is there,
About half a bottle.
can you guys like open up those little slidey boxes?
What
and
are you
see if
looking
can
at?
say- There's a blue box that has like the combat tiers.
Oh, what do we use for erasing? Can I contribute
Tyler's
that?
gonna go get it. It's
Oh.
usually just a cloth. It's a blue
The blue box.
with like a little dragon on
Tyler
it.
Terra.
How big is this box
Um,
I found Mavis, but I couldn't find tears.
it's like this.
compared to this?
Probably about that. Like if you put like 3 books.
Well, I found Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Sick.
Like they definitely were in the closet.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive. And I'm positive that
You
I
said
did
a
not
blue
take
box?
yours because I was like, I don't want to not be able to bring these back, so I just bought my
Did they
own.
get put in my room?
There it
Hopefully
goes.
it's not in there.
I think that's all plant stuff and candles.
Yep.
Candles.
It is.
No, that's cat food.
Yeah, that is cat food.
Sourcebooks, maps.
Is it in that purple box? That's
Uh,
letters.
Did they get moved when people took the air conditioners out, you think?
Oh, careful.
Oh shit, I got it. What a catch.
All good.
Sorry. I forgot it was on there.
Whoa, chat.
Where are you going?
That actually is probably terrible.
Womp
Yeah.
Cheryl took air conditioners out.
Yeah, she probably
Hey!
moved the air conditioner.
Whoever that was, welcome.
It was like
The GameCube
Welcome to
controller.
the fucking party.
a little zoom around.
Welcome to the Vinny
Actually,
Street.
Sam, can you open up the
Oh,
box?
oh.
that
They
you-
weren't in
No,
the
it's empty.
drawers, 'cause weren't they
Ah,
in the